He wasn't born rich. He wasn't born talented. He wasn't born with a silver spoon or connections that could open doors effortlessly. All he had was one burning desire, a desire to never quit, a desire to create a life that others told him was impossible. His name was Aiden Parker, and this is his story. From the moment Aiden could remember, life had been hard. He grew up in a small, dilapidated neighborhood where opportunity seemed like a word people said but never experienced. His father worked long hours at a factory, barely making enough to put food on the table. His mother cleaned houses from dawn to dusk. Money was always tight, and dreams seemed like a luxury. Even as a child, Aiden had a spark that refused to die. While other kids played video games or ran around the streets, he would sit by the window of his tiny bedroom, reading books about entrepreneurs, athletes, and inventors, people who had transformed their lives through relentless effort. He dreamed of a life beyond these narrow streets and crumbling buildings. One day, he told himself, "I'll be one of them. I'll be unstoppable." At 16, Aiden got his first job delivering newspapers. He woke up at 4 a.m. every morning, rain or shine, walking miles to deliver papers. He earned barely enough to cover his small personal expenses, but he didn't complain. Every dollar he earned was a step toward his goal. The cold mornings, aching muscles, and the lonely walks through silent streets were teaching him discipline without him even knowing it. Showing up every day, doing what no one else wanted to do, was slowly shaping him into someone different. School was another battlefield. While his peers slacked off or partied, Aiden spent every free moment studying. He didn't have tutors or fancy resources. All he had was a stack of library books, determination, and a stubborn refusal to fail. And fail he did, multiple times. He failed tests, struggled to impress teachers, and even failed to make the basketball team he loved. But each failure became a lesson. Each setback became a stepping stone, a reason to push harder, to prove to himself that he was capable of more. He learned early that life was not fair, and complaining achieved nothing. He remembered his father's words, "Son, people who make excuses never get anywhere. You have to fight for every inch of your life." Those words became a mantra, whispered to himself every morning as he rose before the sun. Fight. Every day, fight. After high school, Aiden got a part-time job at a small tech store. The pay was low, the work monotonous, but he treated it as a masterclass in business. He observed everything, the way customers reacted to products, how managers handled problems, how small mistakes could cost a company thousands of dollars. He began taking meticulous notes, jotting down strategies and insights, things most of his coworkers ignored. He was learning quietly and consistently without fanfare. At the same time, he began working on a small side project, an app to help local businesses manage deliveries more efficiently. He had no coding experience, no mentor, very little money, but he had consistency. Every night after a long day of work, he taught himself to code. The first weeks were brutal. Screens full of errors, frustrating tutorials, moments of despair. Many nights he sat alone, staring at his screen, questioning if he could ever make it. But he reminded himself, small steps, every single day. The smallest progress is still progress. Months turned into years. Aiden juggled 2 jobs, learned coding, and developed his app. He faced ridicule from peers who thought he was wasting his life. "Why don't you get a real job?" they said. "Why don't you focus on something practical?" But he ignored them. Every morning, every night, every weekend, he showed up. Slowly, steadily, he built something that others dismissed as impossible. There were nights when exhaustion seemed unbearable. He had poured his savings into servers, software, tutorials. Friends traveled, enjoyed life, and he remained in the grind. Doubt crept in, whispering, "What if you fail? What if this is all for nothing?" But he remembered the stories he had read as a child. Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey, fired and rejected repeatedly before becoming a global icon. Consistency beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That became his daily mantra. Slowly, the app took shape. Users trickled in. Local businesses began to notice. Small reviews turned into testimonials. He had created something valuable, something people needed. Then came the first taste of real success. One summer afternoon, a small business owner called him. "Your app saved us hours every week. We want to sign a contract." That single call changed everything. More businesses followed. Aiden hired a small team, trained them in his methods, and refined the product. The journey wasn't easy. Technical failures, funding problems, long nights, they persisted. But Aiden never gave up, not once. By the time he turned 25, his app was being used by hundreds of businesses. Investors noticed. Offers came in. But Aiden remained focused, disciplined, and consistent. He refused shortcuts or easy wins that compromised his principles. Every decision, every step, every day was deliberate, aimed at long-term success rather than instant gratification. Years of dedication transformed him. The boy who once once delivered newspapers at 4 a.m., became a respected entrepreneur. He spoke at conferences, mentoring young dreamers, inspiring them to embrace discipline and consistency. Yet he never forgot his roots. He donated to schools, mentored underprivileged youth, and shared his story openly. He wanted others to understand that greatness isn't born, it's built step by step, day by day. The world often saw his success as luck, as if doors had magically opened. They saw the headlines, the awards, the recognition. But Aiden knew the truth. The real work happened in the quiet hours, when no one was watching, the early mornings, the late nights, the failures, the perseverance. These were the invisible bricks that built his empire. That was the true magic. That was consistency. Aiden's journey was not just about building a business. It was about building himself. Every failure, every setback, every lonely night contributed to the person he became. And the lessons were clear. Success is never instant. It is the sum of small, consistent actions. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Hard work in silence pays off louder than shortcuts ever could. Doubt is normal. Quitting is optional. The world rewards persistence more than talent. He often reminded himself, you don't have to be the smartest, the richest, or the most talented. You just have to show up. Every day, no excuses, no shortcuts. Keep going. Today, Aiden Parker is unstoppable, not because he was born extraordinary, but because he refused to quit when others gave up. His story is proof of the power of consistency, discipline, and unwavering belief in oneself. And for anyone listening, remember, your journey doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need everything to start. You just need one thing, the will to keep going. Show up every day, no excuses, no shortcuts, keep going. One day your effort will become visible, doors will open, the world will notice, and you too will become unstoppable.